I've been making music for as long as I wasn't playing basketball. So that means sometime during high school, early high school, my basketball career started slowing down because of my knee injuries. I had the same ACL injury 3 times. I've had 3 surgeries on this knee, and possibly needing a 4th right now. But when my basketball career started winding down, I started playing video games a little more and listening to music. So I would just sit on the couch with my leg up in a knee brace, and I would listen to Taylor Swift, Alt J, I don't know, a few other different people. I mean, I don't necessarily know if I had gotten over my dubstep phase yet, but my music taste wasn't too refined. I just liked music. And during that same time, my brother, he had taught me how to play guitar when I was really young. He just taught me a few simple chords and what he knew, out of the kindness of his heart, the love in his heart. My brother wanted to play guitar. How about that? But I don't know. He went to college and he left his guitar, and I started playing it. But I do remember one Christmas I asked for a guitar, an acoustic guitar, and my parents, my loving parents, they got it for me, and I played that thing all the time. I taught myself how to play it. I maybe did a couple of YouTube tutorials on how to play like the 2 or 3 songs I was interested in at the time. Maybe a Bon Iver song and some other indie acoustic song. And I want to see if it's still recording yet. Some other indie acoustic song. And I just started playing. And also at the same time, kind of leading up to that point, I had been writing poetry in a book that I had hid from the world. To be honest to God, I have no idea why I wanted to write. I just, look at the butterfly. I just enjoyed it. And it helped me express my emotions. I used to be kind of angry, or I would get really, really sad and just so helpless. And that's why music and writing, they were always there for me. You could turn on a song and calm the mind, not feel so alone, or not feel unheard, or you know, like your problem is unique to you. And I love that. And so my very first job, I worked at a library throwing books away. I worked at a secondhand bookstore, and my boss said if people don't want the books from my store, they don't want them at all. He would sell them online, anywhere he could sell books, but he would get old used books, and if people didn't want to buy them, that means it was my job to put them in boxes and wheel them out to the trash and throw them away. I would probably throw maybe, I don't know, let's say one box is 20 books. I would stack them 5 boxes high on a dolly, and I would probably throw, you know, 5 dollies away every single day. And I did that for the whole summer. But with that paycheck, that first paycheck, I bought a loop pedal for my guitar. And I honestly don't remember why I bought a loop pedal. I don't know who showed me looping or what my interest was in looping, but I did it, and I looped my first song and fell in love. I would play a few simple chords and just solo for hours. So I recorded that and I posted it. My very first song was literally called Here's Some Guitar. And I fell in love with that process. And that was when I was 16 years old, 17 years old, and I'm 27 right now. Ever since then, I've been writing, recording, producing, collaborating. Shout out to my friend Wacho, amazing artist. He's one of the reasons I leveled up my skills. He was so passionate about making music and so talented that it was easy for me to just elevate just by being around him. And so that was that. And then I went to college. And I brought my guitar with me. I made, a handful of songs in college. And then my sophomore year, I released a whole album. Self-produced everything. Figured out how to get it out there on the internet. How to be an artist. How to put out my album. And so I was probably 21 years old when I put that album out. And now after college, I put another album out. I was moving from Colorado to LA. And in between that time, I met up with Wacho again. I hadn't seen in a long time, since before college, since our first album. And we met up and I had written some songs. I was going through a lot of things in my life, and like usual, I would write about them and play guitar to them. But that's all it was, just guitar and vocals. It was boring. It wasn't boring, but it wasn't radio. We needed more, and Wacho helped me elevate it to that level of where I get compliments on it all the time. And together we just made a beautiful project that I'm so happy with. And that's the album Everything Is Okay. Because like I said during that time, I just wanted to know that everything would be okay. And so I put out that album, came out here to LA. I went to school for music. Turns out that, no, that's too far. Turns out that I already knew a lot of what they taught me at music school. It was very much a beginner music school. That doesn't go without saying. I met some amazing people. Some people who truly love music, and that's something that I had missed my whole life, apart from Wacho. Just being surrounded by people who love to be creative and who have bigger dreams outside of climbing the corporate ladder, bigger dreams outside of settling down, getting comfortable with a family, who have bigger dreams than themselves. And that's exactly where I fit in, right here. Hi, can I get a high five? Let's go. Have a great day. People who had bigger dreams than themselves. And that's me. And I understand there's people like that all over the world. You don't have to come out to LA, New York, to do any of that stuff. Need some water. But that's what I did. And that's where we're at right now. Coming out with some new music, like I have the past year. But I feel like this music has increased, elevated once again. And that's where we're at.